Dragon Drop Podcast.
Welcome back to episode 33 of the Dragon Drop Podcast. This is the news where you can find all of your up-to-date news with the most facts that we can have in our head.
We got a lot of facts.
The
All
facts
true
are
facts.
always, the real facts. They're just the facts that you believe. And does that make it a fact if you believe it?
Facts,
I think so.
It's my reality.
That makes it an opinion. Facts are facts regardless of whether or not you believe them.
I don't know how to overcome
Facts.
this.
Facts are changing with more information. The truth changes,
It does.
right?
Stuff updates.
It's temporary. It's a temporary truth. We can always call it that with
Right.
confidence.
An alternative fact, if you will.
Yeah.
Remember
So,
that? Yeah, go ahead.
So from last week, I had mentioned I did want to bring this up again, was peeing while sitting, and I've
Right.
still been peeing while sitting. I don't think I've stood up while peeing in the last week. And one other thing that I think it alleviates anxiety, because sometimes when I pee standing up, there's so much foam that I wonder if like my liver's failing or like my kidneys are
A lot
failing.
of air in your piss.
Right. There's something going on where it's like, what I try to do is fill up the whole water with foam. And if it fills up all with foam, then there's something wrong.
Dan, you don't have foam in your piss because I don't have foam in my piss. So what's going on, Bill?
It doesn't bubble when you guys stand up and pee?
It's probably the toilet shape.
Like a little
that
bit,
the water's
maybe?
in.
But like, is your piss so hot that it's foaming? Like, what do you mean? Or-
Jamie, what causes piss foam?
Yeah, what's causing piss foam, dude?
But now that I sit down and pee, there's no bubbles. It's just yellow water.
Excess
The
protein.
speed of your urine.
It's excess protein. You taking
Yeah, I don't know
too
if-
many supplements, man?
It's your stream technique.
I don't know if it's foamy or just bubbly. Like, you know how it gets
Same
bubbly,
thing.
right? Do you guys not have bubblies?
Sure, but you
No,
said it's like
yeah.
covering the entire like bowl. That's a lot.
A lot of times, yeah, it'll be like a whole water is all bubbles.
That's not.
What are you
normal.
cleaning it with? It could be cleaner, right?
There's a tab in the tank.
Yeah, it might be that then.
Could be.
The blue
Soaps.
stuff. Are you taking creatine?
No, I have in the past.
You could be, taking too many supplements, and getting kidney problems, man. Tracing all the way back to those mushrooms you were taking.
Yeah.
Creatine's pretty safe too, though.
Yeah.
You can take more than like 10 G's and be fine, but how much, does it actually benefit you at that rate? Who knows?
Just remember the story. This woman died because she was eating too much protein. So there is a limit.
Hmm.
So if you got weird foamy piss, cut back a bit. That shouldn't be a problem, man.
I mean, maybe this is something we need to test out. Eat more protein and see how much foam we can get going.
I think we can record our pisses and
Bill's
send
sake.
them to each other in our Snapchat group to measure piss foam.
Right. Send me the next time, like right after, because the foam will dissipate. So right after you piss, really force it, like push. And so create the bubbles and then send me a pic and let me just see how normal I am.
And yours is doing it when you're sitting. So
No
there's not
more. When I sit, no more foam. So it's
Well, then that
alleviating my
makes sense,
anxiety
yeah.
around my
You could
bubbles.
just be catching air in the distance.
Yeah, it's just the stream. That stream's high velocity, dude.
Right. It's powerful. Dude, did you guys ever hear like old men when they like it barely trickles out. Like they have no force in their stream and they miss being young and having some oomph behind their piss.
So we should continue trying to push real hard so we can maintain that strength.
I don't know where the power comes from, but
Gotta be muscle.
there's a few things that you don't look forward to with getting older as a man. It's your wiener stop working and your piss stop flowing. And I'm 33 and so far I'm in the clear.
Still good. Me too, man. Dan, you
Dude,
good?
yeah, when I'm in public, I'm in the clear. It's some dude sits next to you or stands next to you, and you're just, man, I haven't heard a stream going. He's just sitting there. So it's a thing,
I never
people struggle.
pay attention to people next to me at a urinal peeing.
Well, see, I can't trust people in the bathroom. I think they're gonna try to like stab me or something. So I'm always like staring at them.
When is the
making
last
sure-
time you saw a story about someone getting stabbed while peeing at a urinal?
It's not my own insecurities, Trusting strangers. I
am
don't know.
more insecure
Maybe
about
you haven't
peeing
been
at the
taught.
small one. You ever that's the only one left open? Is the short stall? I always
Oh,
think
the
about that
short.
episode of Workaholics where like he's at like a middle school for some reason as like the janitor, and he pees in the small stall, and all the kids make fun of him.
I take the small one all the time. Make the short people take the tall one where they can't make it, actually go in. It's a big FU to the randos out there.
Right. Do you ever have
Power
a
move.
like a precarious piss where you have a narrow gap where you need to make it, and you're like, you might be like leaning away, and then you have to arch the piss up and over? Sometimes you have, and that's like with the short people trying to piss up into the large, like the big urinal. It's like you gotta finesse it a bit.
No.
You're not familiar,
Mm.
dude?
Yeah, the urinal at my work is like the tall one is like pretty tall, so people are always missing it, and that's why I was saying whatever time before is everyone's just getting piss everywhere in that bathroom, and it's hilarious. So that's also why I've been fueling the fire by taking the short stall
God,
and staring at the
Ian
people when
used to-
they take the big one and see what they do on, see how they handle it.
For a while at work, Ian would like send me a snap every time someone peed on the floor in the bathroom because we were trying to figure out who it was. Because only so
Dude,
many people use that bathroom.
And I had a scenario where there's like this bathroom on like the second floor of the building that was like tucked way back where it's like only our, my coworkers would go to, and someone kept littering it with their boogers on the toilet. They would put it like on like by the flush handle or on the wall. So like we spent like the whole year tracking people. We're like, all right, Keith got up.
It's Keith.
Keith sounds like a
It
booger
wasn't
wiper.
him, but it's like just so funny.
Oh.
It was Ron. He did it.
Was it Ron?
Either Keith or Ron, man.
He was the one who asked the pregnant chick how much milk she produces. Ron was a really cool dude.
You don't ask somebody that.
Based.
That's a Blizzard Entertainment question. Okay.
He's like, how much you lactating now?
Dude, I remember when
This is at work, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, nice one, Ron.
I was fresh out of college, and when you get to professional life, women are having babies, and I remember one of my coworkers was having a baby, and I asked her to touch her stomach, and she let me.
You
We were
you asked to
close.
touch her pregnant stuff. That's not that.
Yeah,
crazy.
like let me see if I can feel the baby kick. Like do like girl stuff. Because like girls are all like, I didn't want to get left out that everyone else can be like talking about the baby and stuff and having those nice interpersonal relationships, but because I'm a man, I have to not touch her tummy.
Equality, huh?
Yeah, so I went after it and touched her tummy, and I can't remember, man. It's really weird though that babies are like in there, and it's weird that they don't breathe, and then when they come out, now they're just breathing and it automatically works. Like they just don't have to breathe because they get oxygen through the blood or something, through the umbilical cord.
Well, if you cut it off,
Cut the umbilical cord?
they do that.
In utero, isn't that how they survive the sustenance?
No, I'm saying
the sustenance
afterward.
of the baby?
Like sometimes the baby does not breathe the right way, and they got to give it that smack, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Doctor's
I don't know.
orders.
All right,
hit the baby.
we're a couple weeks into the 25 days of Christmas. We're almost,
Oh shit.
by the time this is uploaded, I think we're in the 12 days of Christmas.
This is actually crazy that it's almost halfway through December.
Yeah, I
We're
don't even
almost
have
to Christmas.
deco up. I don't even think I'm gonna put anything up this year. Fuck it.
We put the
I
Christmas
got
tree up.
cats. The cats are gonna tear the tree down. Fuck that, dude. I'm not. I'll put ornaments on it so they knock them all off, and then it's hell.
We put like one of those little cat tunnel things below it, so they'll go in there and run around.
Okay.
So,
You have two cats?
2 cats.
Well, they had one.
2 cats.
What are the cats?
You had
names?
one, dude. Come on.
There's Bean and Kitten, the small one and the fat
Kitten.
one. The fat one.
Kitten?
You have 2 tabbies
Very,
or what?
well, I have one's a tabby brown. That's the default looking cat. The other one's like a long hairish. I don't
One's
know.
an
Calico.
NPC default cat.
Yeah, one's
Okay.
NPC. Kitten's.
I don't think I've seen the other one because that one probably has.
Oh yeah. All
They
right.
both probably have.
Christmas time. It's Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's talking about making a How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2, but except he wants to do motion capture because he had a horrible time putting on the suit. Remember
What
this?
is motion capture?
Dude.
Like Last of Us. You know, like
No, that's not. You got to explain what motion capture is.
and people know what motion capture is. It's like
I don't.
Andy Serkis doing Gollum. He puts on like a suit with dots all over it. They kind of CGI track him. He still acts it out, but he doesn't have to do the makeup. You know,
So they
AI
CGI the
assisted
outfit.
graphics, dude.
it's not AI at all, man. They've been doing this for at least 25 years.
Oh my god.
Stop
Dude, it's
calling
AI.
everything AI. It's
AI
just
costumes.
It's just computer generated motion tracking.
Dude, we needed to come out with an AI costume Hollywood company where we go to the Hollywood people and we say, hey, we have all your artist people and your actors that hate sitting in the chair. All we do is we AI it on them after the fact with AI.
AI is like, you know, like 5 years ago, they were just using the word algorithm all the time. Now everyone's just saying AI all the time. And
But
like
it's
a couple
true.
of years ago, everyone was saying blockchain. And you're just getting into that now.
No, I was into blockchain years ago. I bought Litecoin in 2017.
And you lost
That was
how
the
much
main
money?
altcoin from Bitcoin in 2017. Actually, it might have been before that.
In my
I don't
opinion,
know.
there's only 3 coins. And you know, it's Bitcoin,
Ethereum.
and Doge. Those are the only coins that have any value or market cap, right?
That's weird that you would say Doge is number 3 because Bitcoin and Ethereum are the obvious ones, but Doge is number 3.
What is the third biggest? Like Solana? Like what?
Solana's really big this time around. Last
What
time
do you
it
mean
was
this
BTC
time around?
because it goes in cycles.
Coin of the year.
It's literally
So-
just a popularity thing. It's never going to be used as currency. It's kind of just a
Market cap.
fad.
So all of the meme coins are being built on the Solana network this time around. So that's why Solana is seeing a lot because everyone's building their meme coins off of Solana.
So-
Whereas last time it was built off of Binance's network.
All the rug
And
pulls
BTC.
are based on Solana this time around.
I believe that's the case.
Yeah.
Great. Anyways, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Come on.
I like the
Christmas
old
Story.
the old
the
old
one where he shoots
claymation
himself
ones.
in the eye. You like the 1970s, 1960 ones? They're stop motion.
Yeah, those ones are sick because there's like
Claymation?
an
With
abominable
the
snowman
Heat
guy.
Miser. Right?
Yeah, that's one of them. There's like a good amount of those, and I didn't.
There's a
I
Rudolph
thought it was all
one.
the same movie, and I only saw like half it. Yeah, I think
There's
it's
at
the
least
Rudolph
3 of
one.
them. There's like the Island of Misfit Toys.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
There's one with an
that one's
abominable. There's
cool.
also a Frosty. I think there's at least 4 then.
Yeah, there's.
Those
a
are good,
Frosty.
but they're so old.
Yeah,
I feel like those are the ones that you just watched at school.
they're the ones you put on. You don't watch them. That's why I like it.
Yeah, okay.
I like those
The
movies.
Charlie
You can talk
Brown's
through 'em.
though. Charlie Brown Christmas is good. Oh,
I
and what about
probably never actually saw it.
what's the one that goes? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I can hear it in my head.
That's Doctor. That's that's the Grinch, man.
Oh.
That's the one I was showing you.
Oh,
right
the
here.
OG
animated one.
Grinch.
That's this one.
OG Grinch.
Yeah, but the 1960s one. I think this one's better though. You know,
The real life Grinch.
yeah, it was one of the first DVDs we had because it came out in like 2000. You know, so we watched this one over and over again.
Jim
Jim
Carrey's
Carrey's
kind of
goated.
fucked up, dude.
Oh, those are
He's
opposite
goated.
opinions. Opposite opinions right there.
He's got some like masturbation thing, suicide his girlfriend thing. I don't know.
Wait, masturbation thing.
That Dan, you're doing
Yeah.
that thing where you hear a name and you bring up the worst shit they ever did.
I want to hear about Jim Carrey his masturbation thing.
I know that
Yeah.
his girlfriend took some of his pills or something and died. Right. He was-
Anyone can take anybody's pills.
He
I
was-
could
he
go
was
take my neighbor's
also,
pills. It's not my neighbor's fault, right?
He was also with Jenny McCarthy when she became the anti-vaxxer autism queen. So.
He's an artist.
Yes, he's an artist. Sure, yes.
He was trying to make people aware of Hollywood's corruption and stuff. So that's kind of funny.
I mean,
Then I still gotta make movies, though. I gotta make
yeah,
quick
he
buck.
just made Sonic 3, dude. He got
he-
bills.
Oh yeah, he's Eggman. Yeah,
He clearly had ego death a few years ago.
yeah, something crazy.
I don't know if you guys
happened,
were adept to Jim Carrey's mental breakdown, but
Yeah, he became an artist. He started doing that. Like he made a big art room and was like doing splatter paint all over the floor. The kind of art that only
Dude.
rich people can do.
Yeah, because there's no actual quality to it.
It's just
dude.
random, you know. It's
Oh,
like
gravity, and it's my use of the gravity.
splatter
so it's good.
splatter
Yeah,
paint
it's
art that is random that can't be recreated is shitty.
That's eye-catching splatter.
I just prefer art that can be recreated only by the person that made it the first time.
I could probably help you with that.
What does that mean?
Make my own art.
What? Okay.
And the first thought that comes to my head is making something with eggs. Like eggs is my medium.
Eggs. Okay. But yeah,
There's a good range of colors that can come
one of
out
my
of those.
favorite is probably that Grinch movie. But I mean, I've always liked that Christmas Story where the kid shoots himself.
Yeah, the narration is what kills it for me. I don't know.
You don't like the narration where he says fudge.
No. It is a good movie though, and it's classic because they play it 24/7. So obviously, it's a good movie if they play it 24/7 and force you to watch it. But it's like relatable in the way that the family thing gets handled in that, and then when you're in school,
I think they did a sequel
getting
to
bullied.
it that I'll never watch.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
It's like an adult now. I wonder if they're going to do a sequel to The Breakfast Club.
It's a good point that they never
Bring them
really
all back.
brought that back.
It's been 40 years.
That seems
The
obvious, doesn't it?
reunion.
The new archetype. Okay,
Are they
what's
all
the
alive?
new Breakfast Club archetype? Gen Z? No, even Gen X? No, Gen A? What is the modern high school archetype that would translate? So we got not even weebs anymore. Weebs are old, dude. Are there weeb youngs? There's not, right? Weeb's old.
I don't know, man. They probably have like
What's the new archetypes?
Like a Minecraft kid or like a Roblox kid?
That's even old, dude. We're like
I don't know.
the
what
time
they're
flies.
into,
iPad kids, but that's
So
I don't even know.
Travis Mahomes, no, Patrick Mahomes wannabes, right?
As in football fans? What do you mean?
Right, the jocks, but they really like Patrick Mahomes and they buy his shoes. They wear his shoes.
Emilio Estevez character of the Breakfast Club.
Probably LGBTs, right?
Yeah. It's like if it was modern day Ali Sheedy's character, the goth girl would have been like gay or something, right?
Purple hair people.
She just had black hair in the movie, and they just changed her into a default girl at the end, and somehow that's better.
But modern would be like a purple hair girl.
Molly Ringwald's a ginger, so they would replace her with a black girl. That's ginger erasure is a thing.
Yeah.
It just keeps happening. The brains, it's probably just a kid that's really into the internet.
He writes AI programs.
He's into crypto.
But what's the modern?
He's into crypto.
No, yeah, he's into crypto. Who's the modern day burnout kid though? It's like it's got to be something where, like my dad put cigarettes out on my arm. Remember that? Who's the modern?
Yeah,
day?
what are the kids doing these days to really fiend?
I think it would just be like a heavy alt right kid.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good.
Like
that's
it'd
good.
be like one of those like 16-year-old super Andrew Tate fans.
Right.
And his story arc is in the end he realizes Andrew Tate's an idiot or something. You got to have character arcs here.
And he hugs his mom and dad.
No, he probably has a regular conversation with the girl and changes his mind. I saw something recently, like some teachers said, like on Reddit or something, that the kids don't talk to each other anymore at all. They'll have like one boy that talks to all the girls for the rest of the boys. But
dude,
every kid's afraid of being shut down and having their social credit score ruined by being seen as creepy one time.
Yeah, I had when I was in middle school, I had a girl ask me out through her friend, and I was like, all right. And then apparently we were dating at that point.
Middle school.
And then like a month later, that same friend came over to me and was like, Amber's pissed at you. She's breaking up with you. And I was like, all right.
For what?
Because it's like, I had no idea we didn't even hang out or do anything. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's fine.
Should we talk about our first kisses?
No. All right.
Is that gay?
Yeah, it's gay. Okay.
It reminded me of my first kiss when he was talking about that, because I remember I think I got broken up with a note from my first kiss.
Cold.
So like drop me a note, and then I might have responded to the note, but I got ghosted in modern terms after my note, and never again, dude. What do we got here, B? I didn't pull this up, and I like this. This is right up my alley.
All right. Apparently, there's a viral trend of teenagers dressing as furries in Russia, and they're blaming it on the West. Russia
Dude,
usually
I was
blames
on
stuff on the West.
I was on Google Earth. I think it might have been last night, and I was going to Russian villages and going to Street View and going around the villages. Dude, it looks like shit. You know what I mean? Like it's worse than rural America by far. They don't even have Family Dollar.
Tucker showed us that one grocery store and said the architecture was beautiful.
Most of the cities,
that maybe he's doing propaganda for Russia.
Most of the cities, it's like shack houses, and there's no gas station, there's no store. I was looking, and like it's. I mean, thank God for being born in America. Holy shit,
it's
man!
worse than rural Wisconsin, huh?
By a lot. Yeah,
I feel like they have like a couple of big cities that are like okay, and then the rest of it's kind of garbage. I feel like in the U.S., there's a few cities that are great, but on average, everything's still pretty good. Even in the shitty,
for sure,
except for like West Virginia, they're gone.
Everyone's got a Family Dollar. They sell $1 steaks.
No, Family Dollar is Dollar Tree now, man. Family Dollar's
Dollar Tree.
Everyone's got a Dollar General though.
Dollar General, that's right.
Dollar General scams the poors.
How's it a scam?
Like the gallon of milk, there's like $6.
Yeah, but $6. It's $6 though. So.
It's like $2.88 at Meijer, man.
Oh,
that's more than double the price for the convenience. Like they anything that's moderately fresh is more expensive there. But what is this story? In Uzbekistan, police are searching for at least one teenager who bit a passerby while dressed as a dog.
Committed.
But I haven't seen furry masks like that, so they're doing a whole different kind of style.
These look closer to the masks you wear at that one party in Witcher.
Yeah, that's low budget furry, but they're trying their best. I mean,
masquerade
as a kid,
furry.
Right.
They're not even wearing tails. Some of them got, mitts?
And they're just doing that hand shit.
I mean, if we're being honest, these kids are losers. They don't fit in with the smart or the popular or the cool kids, and they can all join their little loser group together with masks on.
These kids are a little too second world poor to be good furries, is what you're saying, huh?
Right. Even their furry costumes suck. No, I mean, I'm sure they're nice kids. It's hard being a young person and not feeling like you fit in with, the people that appear to be better than you.
Look at this kid with the affliction tee plus furry. Look at that, man. That's a twofer.
These are good people. I mean, really underneath it all, most furries, I would say, there's some deviants out there, of course, as you can find in any group.
Yeah, DeviantArt, dude. That's where you find the bad ones, man.
I look at these kids and they just want to go to McDonald's. They want to have their iPad before they go to bed. They're just like everyone else.
They have iPads in Russia? They want their Samsung tablet.
You guys ever search Yandex?
What is that, Chinese?
No.
I think it's Russian. I think it's the Russian Google.
No, I do not.
It suggests a lot of bad websites.
ICVK.com, I don't go to it. Okay.
ICVK?
That's not the letter VK is like Russian Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's funny you mentioned Google Earth, though. I just downloaded that yesterday and was touring the towns. That's good shit.
It's so fun.
Yeah. It's nice. It's crazy to see like how frequently they refresh it too, though. It's like not that old, only a couple of years or something.
It depends on the place.
I went to Tijuana the other day, and I was doing
Google Maps.
On Google Maps, yeah, doing some street view on Tijuana. I saw one woman because really what I'm looking for is women, and saw one, and she was dressed kind of like she's going out for the night, and so that was a good look. But it was a lot of like weird dudes on the streets, so don't like to see that. But I think like the pharmacies in Mexico are a lot more lax, so you can go to the pharmacies and get like some weird shit that you need prescriptions for. Like you probably can get SSRIs over the counter in Mexico, and probably like test.
People get their
probably
diabetes meds there. What is this place?
That looks nice.
Multi-carne. I think it's a meat store. Multi-carnes.
Looks like a chain.
Next to a little church. Nice. And that's a big one. Big church.
That's an Astrovan.
Well, this is Tijuana.
This is kind of too nice of an area, really.
Let's go.
I like to see the people.
Okay. I don't
Like,
know,
we can
I
go
don't
to
know where the major parts of Tijuana are, man.
You just get sometimes you gotta just click around until you find what you're looking for. Oh, Pizza Hut.
They got Pizza Hut in Tijuana. All right. Cool. That's Tijuana. Drones.
What do you guys think about Tijuana?
I know nothing about it.
I watched
man.
a recent Andrew Callahan thing about how people go there for prostitutes. They were like,
That's where my mind goes.
They were interviewing the prostitutes.
That's where Bill was searching for women down there. I get it now.
But that's the thing, though. People, it's just a sex tourism spot.
Huh.
But tell us what you know about these drones, Dan, that were in New Jersey.
Oh, there was a size of SUVs flying out there, and they were emitting force fields.
And how do you
would
know
fly
they're
their
emitting
own-
force fields?
This dude had a telescope. He was checking it out, 200x, probably about 100 yards out or something. And he was saying there's a fucking force field around it. Could have been light refraction and just.
The minute
I
you
don't
got eyes on them, they go dark.
But
Okay.
people were like flying their own drones out there and getting EMP'd. All of a sudden, their drone connectivity would go black and they lost it. So.
How do you know
Who
it's
knows
not
what's going
like
on?
a local group of like drone enthusiasts, like kind
Yeah.
of doing a get together and doing all their drones at the same time?
That's what I think. There's just people out there, like on 4chan or something, they're saying, all right, we're going to all meet together. We're going to fly the drones, freak out, and do it for like a week straight. And everyone's going to freak out. And now they think it's terrorism because of all the drones or UFOs being terrorists. It's not a good look. It's scary times that we're living in.
You guys remember
Glad
like
I'm
10
not in the
years
city.
ago when there were like a bunch of clowns? People would just
Well, there's
being-
always clowns in Kalamazoo, dude.
well, they were like
So-
being like they were like hanging on the edge of the forest and whatnot to scare people.
Yeah.
Like,
That was like
weird-
start of COVID, right?
No, it was longer like that. Like
Really?
I
remember that shit.
Clown
That's fun.
sightings. 2016.
Clown sightings.
There's a wiki page for it. 2016 clown.
That was when the
sightings.
world ended.
Yeah, damn. Coincidence. Mid-October. That's a little after the world ended. Everyone knows the world ended July 2016. Yeah.
Sad. Makes me want to cry.
We had it all.
I have
we
more
had it
money
all.
now, but I'm not happy. I have significantly more money.
Ben Shapiro doesn't want you happy, dude.
Ben
Once
Shapiro.
you make a certain amount of money per year, you can't really do too much more with it. It's kind of like take better vacations, have a bigger house, but then there's still
Well,
it
sometimes
doesn't change you.
Sometimes you gotta have a kid or something to have some happiness and purpose.
Or you buy a Ferrari, and then that's cool for like 2 months.
Yeah, then it's like it feels old. Like a year later, it's like an old model Ferrari, and you got the 2022. That's a piece of shit,
Yeah,
The fir-
can't
you got a
can't
couple
drive it. I
months.
don't want to curb it. I don't want a rocket chip in the paint.
Yeah.
It costs too much
Can't-
money to
I can't.
replace.
I can't get it into a parking lot because they might, chip the bumper.
That's too steep of a access point. I can't actually drive it there.
What's your dream car, Bill?
Dream car. Honestly, I don't think I really have one.
I think we talked
A
about
Porsche
this.
would be nice.
I think we talked about
some,
this. Right?
some kind of a Porsche. Like, I'm not real fancy on cars. Like, I think I realized pretty quick after I started making like normal, very low income American money, like just enough to get out of like dire poverty. I'm not like a buyer. I'll look at stuff to buy and then I never buy it. Like I bought 2 nice guitars. And that will last me literally my whole life.
Let's see your guitar.
All right, I got one
They
here.
both acoustic, or you got an acoustic electric?
I got an acoustic and an electric. This is an acoustic electric. This is a Martin, probably like $1,200. It's mahogany.
Looks
It's got
great.
the cutaway here. It is an electric. And then I have an American-made Stratocaster, probably $1,200.
I'm a Telecaster guy myself.
Why?
I think it looks cool.
Oh,
You
think it looks
I
cooler?
think it looks cooler. It's a Fender Squire. I think it's made
Nice.
in China.
That's legit, honestly.
It's only $250. It's fucking heavy, dude.
But you drag your ass out of poverty, and you think that something's gonna, you're gonna find the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not there. It's all about how you spend your time on the day to day. Like, is your job? Do you feel like you get meaning out of your job? Does your job have purpose? And mine
To
doesn't.
make you money. It's just
makes
to
me
make
money.
you money. That's the only purpose of your job. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing
You
it.
say you wanted to become a carpenter and start building tiny homes, dude?
YouTube is really heavy on sending me carpentry content right now, so they might know something that I don't. But I've been looking at CNC machines. I'm not really sold on 3D printing because I think that the products that they make are really hokey and they look like shit.
You could just repurpose shipping containers.
Right. I think that tiny homes, like making a tiny cabin and stuff, tiny homes, there might be something to that. Like, especially for the migrants, I'll build the migrants
Like how
a
much?
tiny home city.
How much does a shipping container cost?
10K.
Especially with how much, how unaffordable property and homes are getting, and they're not building as many homes as they used to be.
And the quality
So-
sucks.
Yeah, all those factors are really adding up for the opportunity of tiny homes to really be booming. People could probably buy their own property and get a little tiny home and be more self-sufficient
The tiny
on
homes
that.
kind of exacerbate the problem of nobody having any kids and stuff, though, right? Because you can't really raise a kid in a
Well,
250 square foot home.
yeah, but I mean, people always want the big house to raise their kids in, but it's like my parents' generation and that, they were raising big families in smaller homes. I mean, that's what they had to do. And nowadays, people want the big home to, more space for our kids, but that's not as realistic as history actually was, it seems.
Yeah, people had a lot of
don't
kids
know.
because half of them would die, and now they don't die as much anymore. So people have 1 or 2, 3 max. I just saw in Japan they are trying to cut back to a 4-day work week so they'll have more kids.
Damn, incentives.
Gotta have incentives to get people to log off Monster Hunter, man.
Yeah, the gaming's too strong. The games are too good nowadays. It's really hurting the Japanese culture.
What's
Fuck,
happening,
dude.
man? They got millions of neats just playing Monster
They're
Hunter every
4B.
day.
The girls are 4B, and
The 4B movement can only have one ending, and it's that all the kids are raised by the right-wing moms that aren't part of it.
yeah.
So a little bit of long-term thinking there needs to be done.
You know who's doing a lot of work for the Asian men, the Asian culture in society right now? Is Ray. Do you guys know Ray?
You're talking about the Asian guy that's part of Kai Cenat's stream. Yes, I watched the last few days of Kai Cenat's.
I had no
Mafia
idea. I
Time.
thought you were talking about a different Ray. I had no idea.
What's his name's like Ray Asian guy or something, right? Because he's just some Japanese guy. Kai Cenat found.
He's from
Japan.
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
He's from
Okay.
Taiwan.
But Kai Cenat was just
And-
in Taiwan, right? And he found him.
I think he might have been. I think he was somewhere else, but they just sort of found each other or whatever, and then Ray's like a big part of that whole story. But Ray's cool, and he pushes back and stuff, and I feel like Asian guys have kind of a bad rap, and Ray's sort of setting the baseline that hey, Asian guys are cool, and Asian guys can be strong and beat the black guys.
Still trying to recover from that Steve Harvey shit, huh?
Who?
Steve Harvey, the the TV show host guy, said that he didn't know why any woman would want to date an Asian man.
Right. Because I was thinking about Japan and how just the men there's the term for the men that never leave their bedrooms. There's a cultural problem where the men don't have
Monster
sex.
Hunter
They don't.
player.
Right. There's a class. It's worse than incel.
I
So
know.
America's kind of going that way slowly. We got the incels
Yeah,
and
but they've given up.
neckbeardness.
Okay, but in incels trying, they just can't because they're
Are they trying?
it's involuntary. It means that they're
May or may not be
if it was
trying.
voluntary, they'd be a volcel. That means they don't like they choose to be celibate. The incels can't choose not to be.
Because I feel like a lot of those guys don't try because it's fear of rejection.
Yeah.
So not totally voluntary.
Well, it's like
Just that they're not attractive and nobody's gonna come up to them and please accept my penis.
I mean, it's like on both sides, men and women. Only the top like 20% are chaste.
Right. All of the women filter up to one man.
Well, not just one, but like 5 to 20%.
Yeah.
The same way around
thing
the other way
with-
though.
Right.
Well,
Right.
there needs to be a matchmaking service for people that are 4.5s that for some reason don't think they deserve a 7.
And
Yeah.
kick off all the people that are above 4.5. You're not allowed on this app. Only 4.5 and below. So that you have a level playing field.
It's
'Cause
called
if you have all these
Plenty of
bitches,
Fish.
is that a thing?
I always thought
It's a dating
Plenty
app.
of Fish was like the Walmart of dating apps.
Dude,
The worst.
might be true.
Oh, man.
You know, the dating app idea that I had years ago, which is probably, I think it's already a thing. I guess I have a couple. One is a dating app where everyone has STDs, and you select the STDs you have so that you don't have to share them with other people that don't have STDs. We're all sort of in a community where you can meet somebody that has herpes, and then you're not afraid that like they're gonna judge me or I'm gonna give them herpes. They already have herpes, so it's cool.
I'm surprised that like something like that doesn't already exist for like mental illnesses.
That was my other idea, yeah. That you can toggle what mental illnesses you're diagnosed with, and then you can
Just like
meet
Pokemon
and relate
badges,
to
man.
people. Pokemon badges? Gotta collect them all?
That's what they're doing. The more you got, dude, the more relatable you are, the more communities you can be part of. All right.
That's crazy though. It's like promoting sexually transmitted diseases. Well, it's okay now. We have a dating app. It's actually better. It's actually better for our lives.
Yeah,
That's
it's
sweet.
disclosing something that you.
And then when
you know,
someone
You can't,
lies
you can't
about
get
it,
syphilis
then
if
they
you already have
transmit
it.
more.
Yeah, maybe it'd be a good thing.
I didn't know. Now it's flared up. Now
Right.
I know.
Dan, you were saying, well, asking me what I think the game of the year is going to be
Yeah.
this year.
I mean, there's been a good amount of games, right? But what games really stood out to me?
Nothing.
The only thing I was looking for was Stalker 2. I mean, I know that
Did you get it?
Legends
You
of
been playing
Zelda came out. Yeah, I've been playing Stalker 2. It's good.
I
I
just-
like
I
it,
just
but
watched
it's a
Donkey's
different
thing.
kind of game. It's like Fallout but hardcore. I think it's not as accessible in that way. Where the difficulty, I mean, you can put it on like a easy difficulty where it's more story focused, but you put it on normal, it's actually fucking hard. So people aren't gonna like that.
The Golden Joystick Awards already happened, and I gave a few awards here to Final Fantasy VII.
What's
But-
like the official?
The Game Awards are happening.
tomorrow?
Well, this is being
Holy
it's gonna be
shit.
uploaded. This is gonna be uploaded on Friday, so it'll be
Today.
happening yesterday.
Yeah, it's
okay.
today, right?
We'll know the winners of the Game Awards for next week. We
Right.
can talk about them. But I mean, we can do our.
Man.
I don't want to do a prediction.
What guesses do you guys have?
It's going to be probably Final Fantasy VII and Black Myth Wukong. Like, what else even came out this year?
Well, Helldivers, I see that on there, and that's one I thought of already, where that one had a huge following, and people still play the shit out of that.
Who
But-
still plays that?
I got people in my friends group. I don't even know who they are, but they're there playing Helldivers all the time.
Dude, when that game came out,
Oh.
I made the choice like to never even try it because I knew it only lasts for 2 months, and I feel like it only lasted for 2 months.
It seemed like they kept adding stuff, supporting it, so it kept people on. But for me, third person, I
Hey.
can't play that too much,
I-
man.
Dude, why are you such a
Some
third
shit
person? Are you
sucks.
playing the new Indiana Jones game so you can see yourself punch?
I should, dude. I heard that one's really good. Maybe
Who wants
that'll
to do
get game of
first
the year.
person punching?
Has it only been out like a week?
Yeah,
So it can get game of the year.
I mean,
That's like they put it in jail where it's like it's only out for a week, so it can't get this year and it won't get next year. Or can it win next year?
well, it's like if you want to like, do an Oscar movie, you like release it in January, because the Oscars are in
Yeah.
April. It's
Dude, Timothy Chalamet as the UHC shooter in his Oscar-winning debut.
I'm
Dude.
surprised he hasn't won for anything yet. Maybe he'll get one for the Bob Dylan movie though.
He was repping a Beyblade for the Bob Dylan. He was out there taking pictures of the Beyblade. You guys
Was
see
he?
that?
That's
Dude, I just saw he
Yeah.
did an interview with Nardwar that's about to come out too. I'm excited for that, dude. Timothy
Oh, that's
Chalamet
cool.
seems like a cool dude. He was on like Saturday's like college football thing, and he like knew everything about football, and it's crazy.
He's
like,
so handsome and cool and rich, man.
How could he know everything about everything?
He's just so handsome and cool.
Yeah, but he's like dating one of the shittier Kardashians.
That's a red flag. Where is his mom? You know, a normal mom that loves their kid would not be like, go date the pillow lip, you know, billionaire makeup girl.
Pillow lip.
Dude, he's like kind of a little bit Johnny Depp in this picture, at least. Probably not really the
Dude, he's modern day Johnny
background.
Depp and the other guy, Jimmy Dean or whatever.
Jimmy Dean, the sausage man.
James Dean.
The
James
sausage.
Dean.
Jimmy Dean.
But he's cool, dude. He started out as the kid in Interstellar. The McConaughey's kid.
He is cool.
He's been in a lot
Way
of
cooler
stuff.
than me.
Sure, dude. But I mean, he's in the Dune movie, which was pretty. Dune 1 and 2, pretty good. He's the Lisan El Gaib.
You're gonna watch the series finally,
No, man.
the prequel.
I don't want to
Yeah.
watch prequels anymore. You know?
Because it's like a knockoff. It's almost like not even the real
Have you been watching it?
official story. No, I saw because what I did is I finished watching The Goodfellas, another movie with narration, so I hated it. And then I saw that prequel to the Dune thing. I'm like, maybe I should check that out. It looks pretty crazy. So, but I didn't
I
do it.
watched all the episodes of Secret Level that came out yesterday.
Oh,
Never heard of
yeah, I
it.
heard about that. It looked really cool. Like the visuals on it were good.
You heard about it
but-
last week, Bill,
Secret level.
on here.
All right, we're
There's a lot of
people
show with
that
the
don't
Mega
know
Man
what that
episode.
means.
The Mega Man. It's like a bunch of video games adapted into like an anthology series. I was really surprised at how short the episodes were. Because like I watched
15ers?
this one was like 13. The longest one was
like a
maybe
cartoon,
19
dude.
minutes. It was essentially like every single one of them had like a little setup, an action sequence, and then a little conclusion, and that was it. But
Just a taste. The perfect bite.
I thought the coolest one was probably the Warhammer one, which it's kind of setting up who Henry Cavill's going to play in the Amazon show. The New World one was pretty good. It had Arnold Schwarzenegger as a voice actor for it, plus kind of playing a guy that looks kind of like him. The last one was the Keanu one for Armored Core, which Armored Core is kind of like Gundam, except they slide around.
That game's sweet.
I'm talking.
That should win.
I mean, it's
I don't know if it
it's
came
pretty
out
good.
this year,
But they only released like half the episodes because I really wanted to watch the Mega Man one, but the Mega Man one's going to come out in the next batch. But they got to give people a reason to watch it more than once or whatever. I never play like some of them. Games I never played. The Pac-Man one was really weird, real weird.
it wasn't a big yellow mouth.
It was like a tiny metallic yellow orb. I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah.
like,
They can't make the Mario one right now. It's not a good time. Because of the green guy, this green partner. They can't. It's just
it's 100,000 Luigi hats have been sold. On
everyone's
Amazon.
Googling it right now, and I mean,
Yep.
that green guy. Yeah, the hats. I saw that.
Yeah, but I definitely recommend it. It's even if you have Prime with no with ads, they did a thing where they play like one ad at the beginning, and that's it.
You need Prime to get no ads.
You
Is that
have
what
to
we're-
pay an extra $3
Super
now
Prime,
to get the
Super
no
Prime.
ads. It's like I
Prime Plus.
barely watch Prime
Prime
shows.
Plus.
Like, what is there to watch on Prime? There's The Boys, and
The
that's it.
Boys.
You haven't watched.
That's like a knockoff.
You watch any
superhero.
shows at all, Bill?
What am I watching right now? Big Bang Theory.
Oh my god!
Dude, Young Sheldon.
A little bit of Young Sheldon.
Are
What
you
else do I got?
serious?
A little bit of X Files. A little bit of X Files. Oh, I've been trying to see. It's a dual thing. So I don't watch TV so much by myself. me and the lady have to agree. And she's like, do you want to watch this dress show where they wear dresses in England and talk about, it's like always like dialogue with women in
limited
dresses.
to CBS shows, sounds like.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that shit, right? And she's going to listen to this and she knows because this is exactly how I say it. Like, I'm not watching these dress shows. I want a little bit of space or a little bit of action.
Have you watched Battlestar
a little bit
Galactica?
of drugs. What?
You ever watch Battlestar Galactica?
No, she doesn't like sci-fi space. So we
20
have
years
these
though, man. It's time to watch it. 20 years. It's like a anniversary.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, it's
I feel like that's low on my list of things I need to catch up on.
Then The Expanse, another space show.
That's probably higher than Battlestar Galactica.
The Expanse was the best sci-fi show since Battlestar.
But it was Secession is what I've
See,
been
I don't
trying
care about
to.
that. That's just real life Fox News.
Oh damn!
That
was rated really high.
It's
supposed
a great,
to be really good.
yes, but it's like the same story as real life.
Yeah, I could see. It's kind of just a time waster. But
yeah,
yeah.
To
So
in the end, huh?
Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, X-Files.
What's the appeal of Young Sheldon?
Oh, you haven't watched it then, huh?
How many episodes? Like, they go through every episode of Big Bang Theory, not acknowledging he's autistic. So that means he's also not autistic in the prequel show, right?
Yeah, I guess they never really called it out. But I mean, Sheldon is pretty obviously autistic.
They said his mom had him checked.
Yeah,
it's a major part of the show. He says his mom had him checked over and over again.
Big Bang Theory is pretty good.
How do you get checked? That's crazy.
Really good
That's
cinema.
one of your worst takes you've ever had, man.
Oh no,
Big
no,
Bang
it's
Theory.
so popular.
The Big Bang Theory. That's the show where the Indian guy can't talk around women just cause.
I know.
And then like a couple seasons in, I guess he can now. For a little while, he had to drink. He had to get like one sip of beer in him. I watched the first 7 seasons because once I said you can't truly hate a show if you don't give it a shot. And I
so
fucking
grinded out
I hate
7
that show.
seasons.
Every character has a girlfriend. Very unrealistic for those guys, right?
Well,
Main guy's dating an
They're funny.
actress for like 9 years,
and he's like really short. Like short nerds are not getting pretty actresses.
Leonard's not as short as Wolowitz, is he?
I think Leonard might be shorter. Yeah, Leonard's really short.
Leonard's not a bad looking guy though, compared to Wolowitz and.
Right, Wolowitz is straight up weird. Koothrappali is really a pretty attractive guy, but they dress him to be a weirdo.
I think it says a lot that nobody in that show has had any success outside of it. To me, like
Sheldon. Oh, he narrates Young Sheldon, right?
Wow. Like
they got so much money they don't need nothing.
Like a show like Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley to me is like what Big Bang Theory like it could be. Silicon Valley it's so much better in every single way, and every character on that show has had success outside the show. If you want to give a good nerdy comedy show a shot, Silicon Valley. A lot of good content on HBO.
Okay.
You gotta watch Bridgerton then.
I'm not watching Netflix.
I've seen it.
You don't. I think that's what Bill was talking about.
That's one of them.
That is for women. That's just for women, man.
Yeah, but
I was
reluctant.
It's like reading a smut book visually.
Bridgerton, right? Bridgerton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for me.
It's a sex show.
That's
we watched. I mean, this is a while ago. Dark. That's filmed in German.
That's German Stranger Things.
Yep, that one's really good. And then
the
also
portals.
Money Heist. That's filmed in Spanish. Spanish, not Mexican.
You're watching the foreign Netflix shows.
Money Heist. That's really good.
What a title, dude. What other kind of heists are there?
We watched The Narcos, which is also in Spanish, but that's Mexican Spanish.
Spanish Breaking Bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's
subtitles are dope. I like watching stuff with subs.
Yeah, I can't make her watch Mando. The same guy.
Space.
Mandalorian?
Yeah,
sci-fi.
It's got
that's space. She's
Yeah,
never
but-
gonna.
yeah,
X-Files is sci-fi, though.
But it's got the guy.
True.
It's got the same guy in it.
It's drama.
The guy that's Joel in The Last of Us. Pedro Pascal.
We tried to watch The Witcher, and we didn't make
that's
it
a
through an
Netflix
episode.
show. There you go.
Yeah,
That's
she
crazy
did not.
though.
That's why Henry Cavill left.
We watched all of the Game of Thrones.
Another sex show.
She hated Breaking Bad, but watched it.
Oh, no sex in Breaking Bad except for the one rape scene.
Yeah, sex on TV is kind of
I
weird.
remember that.
It can never end soon enough.
In the kitchen. Yeah. Hey Dan, you ever watch Death Note?
Yes, I have.
Who's
I
the
think
who's
I watched...
the bad guy?
Yeah.
Who's
right. It's like the Breaking Bad thing.
Who's the bad
Well,
guy?
it's
in
not
Death Note?
bad. Well, it's not bad.
Because like
The
people,
bad guy?
yeah. Who is the villain of the show? I've only seen the shitty
Elle.
Netflix movie. So
Elle is the
Light,
bad
the main
guy?
character is the bad guy.
That's different.
Then what?
There's L and there's Light.
Wait, there's two characters. Wait, no. Wait, Elle is the demon played by Willem Dafoe, right?
No.
Who's the demon?
Ryuk, dude.
Ryu?
No, Dan knows
there's a
animated.
show with William Dafoe. That would be good
No,
because
it's
he's
a-
got
it's
the
a
fucked
movie.
up face.
It's a Netflix movie.
Oh,
You didn't watch it?
Yeah, I should check that out. No.
It's not good, but it's kind of the story of the show.
Yeah, you can imagine any live action shit.
I've been watching Tokyo Ghoul with the lady.
I heard that's pretty good.
It's
I haven't watched
like, to me,
Duke Newt in a long time, but yeah,
Duke
that
Newt?
Death Note.
Death Note. Death Note is a
But
story where
it was
this
a good
kid gets a
show.
book where he writes people's names and they die. That's the
Okay.
gist of it. But Tokyo Ghoul, it's kind of like to me, it's exactly the same as like Naruto or like Full Metal Alchemist, where instead of being an alchemist or a ninja, they're ghouls and they have X-Men powers. So it's like standard anime.
Could get into that.
Standard anime where the main character is reluctant, and he's a quiet guy and he's got to do some kind of bad stuff to get more powerful to save his allies. But it's like it's they eat people, right? So the ghouls are like inherently bad, but they're the good guys.
Well, from their perspective, right? So
Yeah, from their yeah. But there's also
Yeah, 'cause
bad ghouls, you know.
that help people. Don't eat them.
Listen, you guys are weebs / weeb adjacent, and I don't know what the hell you guys
Dude,
are
I would
talking
rather
about.
be a weeb than watch Netflix sex shows any day.
Listen,
Big
I'm
truth.
I'm way more normie than you. I'm gonna need you to need you to explain what is the draw for anime. These anime shows that all you guys get wrapped up into, and it's part of your identity. Explain anime, so the normies can understand what the draw is. Let's get more normies into anime right here.
I don't watch new anime, so I don't really know. But the anime I do like, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, right? I don't care so much for the original Full Metal Alchemist, but Brotherhood had better art, was closer to the original manga, had a better like everything. And like I don't know,
Wasn't it actually complete too? Like the first one, they didn't complete it.
I don't even
or-
remember the first one, man.
I don't think I don't remember either.
But each show's kind of got like it's a big theme. Like Full Metal Alchemist's theme really is the 7 deadly sins.
Okay.
So like like they anytime a character or anybody does alchemy on a human, they create like a monster and they call it a homunculus.
Half
So-
human, half something.
Well, not human at all.
Homunculus?
Yeah, it's not human at all.
They appear.
They appear human, but they're not.
perhaps.
They're like evil magical monster people. So like the main character, their mom dies. It's about two brothers. Their mom dies, and they want to bring the mom back, right? So they do that. They learn they're like 10 years old. They learn a bunch of alchemy, and they try to
Aw.
resurrect the mom. They fuck up, fuck up. The younger brother dies or disappears or some shit, and the main kid sacrifices his like left leg or his arm or some shit to
A
make
part of his being.
yeah, he sacrificed. He doesn't choose what part, but he like loses a limb to make his brother come back, and he puts his brother inside of a metal suit of armor. So like a big thing of the show is like, is that really his brother or is that the memory of his brother? You know, because like, is he permanently a 10-year-old kid inside the suit of armor while the other one's still growing up or not? And it deals with like the 7 deadly sins, like lust, gluttony, greed, all the other rage or wrath, all those, and like they kind of fight each one. And in the end he fights God. So like it's
Dang.
pretty good. It's pretty good. Like,
Yeah, I would say Brotherhood or Film Alchemist show. That's bomb. That's probably like top 10, top 5 easy. Maybe the best. I don't know, but
Made a
the range,
good case.
the range of anime is so vast.
yeah, because like,
that
there's some that are
there's
just
some
about high school.
crazy
There's some
shit.
about 13-year-old high school girls, and like that is
Yeah,
cool
like,
with Brotherhood. No.
There's probably a lot of crazy stuff you don't want to watch more than there is good stuff, perhaps. But like another show, Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's another one where they have good
That's not
values
that's American
and
though, isn't it?
morals and yeah. But if you want to consider it more accessible, I guess, then yeah, maybe it's not anime; it's a cartoon. Then technically, right?
I'd
But-
recommend
And so,
if it has anything to do with the high school, don't watch it.
So I know that Avatar really resonates with a lot of people. I don't understand because I've never seen it. What makes Avatar something that people gravitate towards? So I understand
the original
Full
Avatar
Metal
set around a
Alchemist now.
10-year-old kid. There's 4 different types of elements that they can do. That they can bend.
So 10. He's 10, little kid.
Right? He's 10. Dan Ang.
Yeah,
He's the last. It's called Avatar: The Last Airbender because he's the final Airbender. There's not a lot of Airbenders left. There's Firebenders and there's 2 sets of Waterbenders, like a North and a South tribe, and there's also Earthbenders. I've never
So a
watched
bunch
the
of
original
people.
show, but I watched the sequel show, Legend of Korra, and I thought it was pretty good. Like to me, animation style and like art quality is more important than anything else.
Is your dog named after that?
Oh no, that was just coincidence.
Cora, your dog.
I haven't had that dog in several years now, Bill.
Oh shit, dude! What the hell? Man, time flies.
Yeah, but the show's pretty good. It was relatable. The original one's relatable because like 10-year-olds watched it on Nickelodeon and the kid was 10. Like kind of like lived through the kid. But being the avatar in the show means you can use all 4 elements. And you're the only one that can use all 4 elements. And there's only one at a time. And anytime one dies, they get reincarnated.
The chosen one, like Timothy Chalamet IRL.
Lisa Al Gaib.
Are you Israeli today?
That-
I don't know
that-
what's going on.
That's his fucking title in Dune 2, man.
Can you do this again?
No.
What was the name?
Lisa Al Gaib.
Man, that sounds like
You're the one that
Afghanistan?
is. You're the
You can
one
call
that's
him
out
the
of touch
Desert
here
Mouse.
on this. All right. Yes, the Desert Mouse is his name or whatever he picked.
That's what that means? Desert mouse?
Dan's read these books.
I've read one of them.
That's
I
the other
couldn't
one.
bring myself to read another. There's a lot. I don't think I'll do it, but I might.
I won't.
But I don't think I will.
But another one I'd recommend watching. That's just casual, only 26 episodes. Is Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Every
Another-
episode has a musical theme. So, like all the music that plays during the episode is that genre. You know. Have you never seen
Interesting.
any of these shows, dude? You could probably
No.
you never had Cartoon Network growing up, and that's probably the answer to that.
We did have it because we had normal like cable, but I felt like I never really
Well, do you do stuff
Connected
after
with
school, or
Cartoon
you watch
Network.
Dragon Ball Z at 5:00, dude?
The last I can really remember being a kid was we got the Disney Channel. Like, so I kind of had Nickelodeon, and then eventually we got the Disney Channel, and I liked Lizzie McGuire. She was like one of my first celebrity crushes.
Hell yeah.
And then Disney Channel, and then I think I became an adult. But fairly quick because
All
I
you
started working
remember-
at McDonald's at 16. I was like an adult at 16, like legit.
Oh, like Gary, dude. Delivering papers.
Yeah,
at
and it never
16.
stops, which is really sad because I'm here today sort of contending with the reality of my life and the way I spend my time at work. And here we are 15, 16 years 17 years later and
Yeah.
You work remote though, dude. Just get a fucking jiggler.
yeah. Oh
Well,
man.
I mean, I'll tell you what the animes though is they're not going to hit like they did for us at our youth. I mean, you brought up a good point. It's like now you're older, you're trying to search to those things, and they're going to seem like it's going to be too crazy to get into. Maybe. I mean, they're good shows. I can still say that, but I'm also maybe just biased because I watched it at a younger time in my life.
Sure.
It
It's
was
just like a different
more
medium. You know?
palatable. Yeah.
It's like movies in
But
general.
Bebop's really good, so that one's like more adult if you want to consider it like that, because it's about adults.
You guys made a good case.
I'm
you
not,
know.
I'm not saying you gotta
Be
watch
like
it.
that,
I'm
You
saying,
be like dead.
I'm saying like some are good. Some are good. Most are bad. You know. If you're just into like generic action, there's tons of them for you. If you're into being
Right.
kind of basically a pedophile, tons of them for you. You know, try to avoid
And I was
those
kind of,
ones.
I was
You shouldn't have
trying
said that at all.
I was kind of trying to get to that.
That's anime.
So like
Yeah.
anime like is really close to this like cartoon sex thing that is going on.
Yeah, hentai or whatever. Right?
Hentai, right? And there's something about tentacles. Can someone explain that to me? Like, why is there tentacles and why is that?
cannot. I have
The
not
reason
explained
for
that.
tentacles is you're not allowed to show penises, so they get around it by doing tentacles instead in Japanese animation.
Interesting.
Okay, because they do like they blur.
They don't.
private
They don't have
parts.
to blur a tentacle.
They don't. Man, that
It's
is
as
fucked up.
It's as simple as that. Why? It's
Yeah,
as
man,
simple as why did Blu-rays beat HD DVD? Because Blu-rays were used for porn.
You know,
Oh.
they wait. Can you do that again? Sorry, I was thinking. There was something there that I needed to understand. Blu-rays, something about porn.
Blu-rays are not. They weren't like a better technology than HD DVD, but the porn industry used Blu-rays instead of
Damn.
HD DVDs.
Damn.
Same thing with
That
like
is- that
beta
is-
tapes and
that is-
VHS.
That is really weird that Blu-ray took over HD DVD.
Yeah, and there's like a licensing fee to Sony to use Blu-rays too. So
The Blu-ray generation did not last very long.
it's still
like
a
that
thing.
was sort of
It's-
the end.
Everything is still on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
because they
everything
never
turned into
everything went
Blu-ray.
streaming after that.
Yeah, but some people still get physical stuff.
Yeah, if it's physical,
Retards.
it's
Like
Blu-
I
it's
just
Blu-ray
saw
now, right?
recently since there's a 28 years later movie coming out, which I'm fucking hyped for. 28 Days Later was one of the first like major movies shot digitally, like on like I think it was DV tape. So there's no HD version of the movie. There's no film to upscale and do a 4K. So it can
Well,
never
with
be
AI's
made.
help,
That's
it could
dude,
be
we've
maybe
seen what happens to the
digitally
AI in the
enhanced.
background, man, with the face.
Yeah, but they can just enhance that. You've seen that?
it looks
Good
bad.
call.
It's already a thing.
But the interesting
call.
thing is that this third one they just made, they shot it on iPhone 15 Pro Maxes.
Yeah, with like additional.
Yeah,
tech
there's
on
like
there,
a lens
right?
added to it and all, but like the processor is
Yeah.
the iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Why would they choose that though, Lidge?
I think it's just because Danny Boyle likes trying stuff out. The guy that
So
made
it's
that.
just to promote.
The guy can make a
Steve
fucking movie. He's the
Jobs.
same guy that made a Slumdog Millionaire, which is an incredible movie.
Well, then I don't know if I would watch it.
Slumdog is
It's like a
great.
musical, right?
No,
Oh, I thought
there's
it was
like
a
one
musical.
song at the end, like after like the conclusion.
That's crazy that my mind, any scenes I
assu-
saw was probably that last
Yeah,
bit.
you probably because the
That's all
song was
musical?
very popular when the movie came out.
That is a really
Yeah.
good movie. Slumdog
Wow.
Millionaire.
It beat
I'll never
beat the
watch
Dark
it.
Knight for the Oscar, man.
That's crazy. Because Dark Knight was like peak.
They used
at the
to only
time.
Yeah.
nominate 5 movies per year for the Oscar, and that year I think Dark Knight didn't even like get nominated. So the next year they started doing 10 movies.
The Oscars is like mainstream media.
I mean, mainstream media is whatever's most popular, right? So Ben Shapiro's mainstream media at this point, isn't he?
Dude, that's a good idea. We create our own movie and video game awards
No, that's
to
already a thing.
basically you guys are done.
They already got the.
and
video
we're
game
doing our
awards.
own.
It's happening. It's got that Jeff Keighley guy.
We are the authority on the best video games and the best movies of the year, not these idiots, Oscars
Wow.
and IGN.
I watch like no movies and play a couple of games, and I'll decide. If your assignments change, you got to watch a movie a day.
Oh shit.
That'd be doable.
For
For the job.
We didn't talk about Path of
Job
Exile, right?
changed.
Path of Exile 2
No.
came out last Friday, and I've been playing it, and I think it's pretty good. I think it's like a little limiting in like in the skills and builds you can do.
Okay, for those of us that don't know PoE, can
Path
you give
of
us a little
Exile,
background on why
okay.
it's good?
Okay,
Why good?
Path of Exile, I would say like okay, let's I mean, if you guys remember Defense of the Ancients in Warcraft 3, okay? Everyone's heard of Dota. I hope.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Do-
Here,
Dota, okay, if Dota is Diablo 2, right? Dota and Warcraft
these are
3's
obscure
custom game
references.
is Diablo 2. Then Dota 2 on Steam's Valve, whatever, Valve Steam, that's like Path of Exile, while Heroes of New Earth is Diablo 3 and 4. Or
How about-
League of Legends is Diablo 3 and 4.
make the connections with the McDonald's menu. That's way more
Explain
relatable
in
than what you're
Fortnite
saying.
terms. Okay. Diablo 3 and 4 are very shitty sequels to Diablo 2. They don't feel the same. The loot's completely different. They don't have the same vibe. Was never as dark. Path of Exile is a true sequel to Diablo.
Okay.
Path of Exile 2 is like so close to Diablo 2. It's crazy, all right? The story is almost exactly the same, except they just changed a couple names and things. And the monster models look the same too. But like even the loot, like people are complaining and giving it bad reviews because this loot dropped and it's not even for my character. But what's the reason for that? It's so you can fucking trade, so you have a reason to communicate with other players. With Diablo 3 and 4, you have no reason at all whatsoever to contact another player the whole time you're playing the game.
Community.
That's too much work, dude. Come on.
But Path of Exile 2 comes out and it had like 1 million concurrent viewers on Twitch, which is more than Diablo has ever had. And this is an early
but less
access
than
launch.
Kai Cenat.
What?
I'm just shitting.
Sure. No. Kai Cenat's, I don't know if he's had 1 million on his own at once.
I'm sure he has.
Like watching his stream, he had like 220,000. When he was doing his little event. But Path of Exile 2 is an incredible game. The only real problems with it are it's kind of hard to find items. But like how easy it's, if you compare it to Diablo, every single time you do a boss, they drop a unique item. And if every single boss drops a unique item guaranteed, is it even a rare item anymore? No. Okay. With Path of Exile 2, when you get an item, it feels good because it's so hard to find an upgrade. And it runs better. It's got better mechanics. There's like a little thing about it where like your character faces wherever your mouse is. So like your character can like run backwards. And that little change makes the game so much better to me than Diablo 3 or 4.
Yeah, you can kite more efficiently and actually engage the enemies.
It's like your character looks like he's actually fighting the monsters, not just kind of there spamming.
Yeah.
But I give it a solid 9 out of 10.
Dang.
It's only $30. Pretty good.
He said pretty good. 9 out of 10. That's pretty good.
Well, most games fucking suck now, dude.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
it's a shame.
Warcraft Rumble came out on PC yesterday.
Finally not play it on your phone.
Yes, the Warcraft mobile game is finally on PC, and I might never play it on my phone again.
Did it heat up your phone too much? Like I don't play phone games,
runs like
so I just
shit.
feel like
And it's annoying having to play a game on your phone while you're at a computer. Like I'm a PC gamer. Okay, I don't even like holding a controller. Yeah.
Your controller is the mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I mean the only downside of mouse keyboard is like there's no sensitivity to stuff. That is the advantage for console stuff, like a trigger when you're playing Halo or something. You can like half press a trigger then full press it. I don't think you're ever gonna have that on PC. And there's no like rumble, controller vibration. But you can play any PC game with a controller if you want.
Not Stalker 2. They didn't integrate that.
Stalker 2 is so it's like a Russian game, so you expect only elitism.
But it's a Microsoft, so you could play it on Xbox, but they don't have controller support for PC yet.
It's on Xbox
So
Game
it's like a
Pass with
big
no
yike.
controller support.
No, it's available on that, but if you buy the PC version, you can't play it. Like if you plug in a controller, it won't work. It's like, oh.
Dude, I just thought of a really good idea for a video game. Like, you're a guy and you're like in an apartment, you spawn in and you're just a normal apartment. And the whole point is like to level up. And so like you go to the gym and you go and riz chicks, right?
This is the Sims.
Grand Theft Auto.
It's like Sims, but like, yeah, Grand Theft Auto X Sims.
It's an anime
right?
Sims or anime Grand Theft Auto that just came out.
Who made that?
I don't know. Let's see.
Anime Grand Theft Auto.
Anime GTA. What's it
But
called?
like, dude, it's VR and you're in your apartment. It's a shitty
to...
apartment. You're like, dude, I need to get out. And you go to the club and you're rizzing chicks and you just it's numbers, dude. You're talking to this chick. She says no. Talking to this chick. You just keep going and then eventually you're in the mansion and you realize you're still depressed.
That sounds really fun, Bill.
That's real life.
All right, this game, it looks pretty sick, man. Okay,
Dang, anime GTA.
It's anime GTA, yeah. You do look at that. There's basketball
Genshin
guys.
Impact
Oh,
GTA.
dang.
If you're into like, if you could only experience art through anime. This is look at the
Toilet?
running toilets. It's got that Japanese
toilet
Skibidi.
robots?
They got Skibidi, dude.
It's Skibidi
Skibidi toilet.
Skibidi.
Looks pretty good though, I think.
I still never watch it, so I don't understand, but I
The
do at
Skibidi
the same
toilet?
time. Yeah.
I think it's kind of a nothing meme.
Yeah, it's
I all know it was Gary's mod animation. That's all I know.
I never played
But
Gary's
one day
Mod.
I'll watch it.
Are you into Half-Life?
I'm big into. I played everything. They're finally making Black Mesa, which was just like a remake of Half-Life 2 from a different developer entirely. They're finally adding in the Blue Shift, which was a DLC for Half-Life.
I only ever played
So-
Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 2 Episode
Excited.
1, which is like the first DLC, I think.
Yeah, the first part of the game.
Like the beginning of the game was so fucking boring. Where you're like stuck in the city. I hated that.
Well, yeah, I mean the intro to any game sucks
No-
ass.
they
Witcher
doesn't have
makes
to.
it worse, dude.
Doesn't have to, man. The beginning of
Yeah,
like
it's
Half-Life
slow.
2, it picks up eventually. You know, it's a 2004 game, but it still holds up, which is insane. Like it still looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's the pacing on it, like you said. But when you can full sprint and you know where to go, pretty nice.
Gravity gun. What did you play? Portal?
Yeah. I think I did a long time ago because I had the orange box.
Yes, dude.
But
Oh my god, I was
yeah.
17 when the orange box came out, and I had to have like Kyle Larson buy it for me.
wasn't old enough yet.
I wasn't old enough to buy it. Yeah. Oh man, there's like Bill. These games are all built off the Valve engine, like Counter Strike, Portal, Left 4 Dead. They're all technically Half-Life mods.
Oh, interesting.
Left 4 Dead was sick when it came out. I miss
CS:GO
that.
is a Half-Life mod.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, it's using the
that's-
Half-Life engine. Like if you have Half-Life installed, it like installed half of CS for you.
Whoa. This is context
You've
that's
never
helpful.
heard of the Source engine?
Well, I don't know if it's helpful, but it's interesting. The context.
Video game lore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys know way more than me. I'm like such a normie noob when it comes
You
to
didn't get into
TV
game until StarCraft
games?
2, dude.
I know
You
I
don't
never
about
left
Dota,
League of
but
Legends.
you're playing League, dude. Makes no sense.
Dude, I'm an idiot.
League's better than Dota.
Uh-oh, Dan.
Okay, better than Dota. Not better than Dota 2.
Oh!
Hey, dude, if you value your time, League is better than Dota 2. Okay. It takes
I haven't
way
been
too
playing
long.
it since they changed the map. I don't know if they made it less time. I mean, it was only like 10 minutes longer on average.
I think
so-
the average League game is like 25 minutes, man. People always surrender.
Can't surrender. in
Yeah, in
Dota.
Dota 2, you just have to play it out and just hate
You can
yourself
just
the whole
rage
time.
quit.
There's no surrender
Yeah,
in Dota
dude,
2?
and the game's
You
like an
can't
hour
surrender?
and 10 minutes. It's insane.
No.
That's weird. That's a weird
They're on
mechanic.
average like 30 to 50,
Okay.
but that's like an hour. So, yeah.
Dota 2 is like in League, like one person can't really solo a whole team. That's not
Pro
true
games
in
go a lot
Dota 2.
quicker on average, though. So, it's like when you're too noob, Dota has a lot more going on than League. So, yeah, it's going to take longer because no one knows what the fuck's going on or how to min-max their character builds, and they just play it wrong. So,
I think like a lot of these games have like a spectrum from like West to Russian. Okay, and Dota 2 is on the Russian side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
pretty
Dan is a little more into the Russian style games, like Stalker. A little more
Oh.
hardcore, like PUBG. That's a little more Russian.
yeah, loved Baba G.
Well, yeah, like League is much more on the other side, more casual.
Is Russia alt-right?
No, they're just like a conservative.
So they're right.
They're
Yeah.
just they're definitely right, but I wouldn't say they're alt right means like kind of new right.
You know, it's weird because it kind of comes back to a circle because Russia is communist, which is kind of
No, they're
like
not.
Aren't they communist?
Why do you think that?
They're on the edge physically of communism. But
Haven't they had the same
No.
leader for like 30, 40
That's-
years?
No, China's communist. Russia's social. Like they're not. It's not. Why do you think?
Socialist.
Why do you think
Social-
Russia's communist?
It's the same thing, dude.
It's not the same thing.
It's a front. Like
The bread
Putin
lines
just wins.
Listen, remember
every
the
election,
bread lines,
no matter what.
The bread lines are socialism. Being
lines?
assigned jobs and not having any privacy, that's the communism.
Okay.
Okay.
Russia does not assign jobs.
No, you just have to wait in the bread line.
Because I feel like when it gets to be super extreme on the left and the right, it sort of crosses over. They become the same thing.
No, I think
You think they're over here, not
the
over
American
here?
right just kind of uses them as like slurs, because apparently you thought they were the
Russians?
same thing, the communists and socialists.
Communist, they tell you what to do and they monitor, right?
That's
And
China.
the socialists, we all pay into the same bucket and there's no incentive to do good work.
That's
Get
Russia.
in line for your bread. Yeah.
But Russia was fully socialist until they like broke down in like 88, 89
The USSR dissolution.
when Gorbachev tore down that wall.
Ooh, that's a soundbite. What about East Germany and West Germany?
That's
Isn't
the wall, man.
That's Germany's wall. What about Russia?
Who do you? God, Bill, your history, dude.
Yeah, where are we at here?
Who do you think was running East Germany, Bill?
Was it Russia? Did I literally not know that? That's crazy.
Oh my God, man.
So Germany, no, Russia was running the Nazi side of Germany until they tore down that
Not
wall.
Nazi side. It's like a cultural difference.
What's the cultural
The West
difference?
side was like the West. West Germany was like the West. The East side
Like,
was they reject
TikTok.
the West. What?
What's the West?
Like American culture, like British and France and shit.
The
Like,
Beatles.
sure, dude.
The Beatles and drugs and lesbians.
The West is Instagram, East is TikTok. But now
Dang.
maybe TikTok is West, you know,
TikTok, man.
unless we ban it. You
Right.
know?
Nothing would help this country more than banning TikTok.
Are you off TikTok now?
I've been off TikTok for a while.
Okay, so you got rid of it. None of us are TikTokers.
Only you tab shorts now.
A little bit of Instagram Reels for the retard content. I like there's a lot of retard content at Instagram Reels.
The bodybuilders,
Not bodybuilders, but like just
you're watching them pump weights.
just weird people doing
Bill
weird
shows.
stuff, being very popular. People might not like this, but I really like how mean people are in the comments on Instagram Reels. Like bullying is alive and well on Instagram Reels. TikTok, you can't even say the word suicide.
Yeah, you got that's where Bill said unalive. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, TikTok is controlling your speech,
dang.
even outside the app, like saying things like unalive and all that crap. Well, Instagram Reels, Zuckerberg lets you bully people.
That's pretty neat.
The West.
What?
Bullying is good.
Well, I'm glad you learned about the fall of the Berlin Wall today.
Yeah, so
You
the
got the
East
quick
Germany
story.
was run by the Russians.
Vladimir Putin was stationed there.
Okay. Yeah, this is news to me. I took an economics of Soviet Russia class, and we talked about this. This is the lady that I had dreams about burning her house down and vandalizing her
Oh,
house
shit.
because
don't
she made
remember
me
this.
cry.
The teacher
Oh my
made you
God.
cry, dude.
Yeah, because I had Zihu Lu, the exchange student from China, who plagiarized his
group
portion of the project.
Yes.
And then I got sent to academic dishonesty court and had to do an academic dishonesty class, even though Zihu Lu, who couldn't speak English, ChatGPT did shit before ChatGPT existed. And here we are. But yeah, Russia. I mean, you know, Tucker's in Russia, advocating for Russia in this whole conflict with Ukraine. I listened to some of it, you know, thinking about that guy, and he's like, basically in Ukraine, they were exterminating any Russian ideals, so they can't have books about Russian history, or that's what the Russian guy was saying. Is that it's the same thing in the West, how if we don't have free speech and you can't teach about all the topics, he was saying that in Ukraine they were exterminating Russian ideas. And that's why they sort of were going in and doing that shit. You know, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's what the guy was saying. I think it's an interesting
the
perspective.
definition of propaganda is when you take a little bit of truth and just kind of use the word they and them a lot, right? And that's exactly what you just said.
Like the trans, they, them, gender fluid.
No, not the trans.
Okay, that was where my mind went.
Like the boogeyman
Yeah.
style they them.
Thanks a lot, Lidge. He was on a good streak.
Yeah, dude, that was a good streak of no trans, Bill, and you broke it, dude. Sorry. You hadn't.
Yeah, I haven't been trying too hard not to, but yeah, you're right. I haven't really talked about the trans here. We could get into the trans,
But you said you were looking up Russia. You
At
know
any
Russia's
moment.
shitty, right? Has Tucker
Yeah,
expressed that Russia is shitty in any way?
No, I think he is sort of saying that Russia is like good.
It's almost like
It's
he
popping.
needs the money, and they're probably paying him now. And
Tucker has plenty of money. He
He's-
could just fly fish until he dies.
the face of Zen.
Yeah.
Russia good.
Russia good?
They make good video games.
Like what?
Rust?
Oh no, I mean Ukraine made Stalker 2, so it's not, you said that was Russian. It's like, well, that's debatable. But
Give
it time.
Okay, it's Slavic.
10 years
It's
through the war.
it's a Slavic game. There you go.
There it is. Yeah. Adidas, squatting with the homies.
Is it? It's just like a salt. Have you beaten the story? Like what? Tell me the story of Stalker. Like what is even the heart of Chernobyl?
It's a fictitious game. It's not real. But
Yep.
there's, some kind of thing that happens which created a zone, which you don't know if the zone is like physically creating all these mutants or if it's like there's a lot of different like the characters are theorizing what exactly it is and they don't really know. And I don't really want to spoil it either. And I haven't played the whole thing, but I played the first one. But you're going to the zone to try to figure shit out, and at this point, everyone's looting and trying to survive. So it's just trying to survive and get through.
I saw in the donkey video. It's really hard to kill the zombie dudes that jump out of the grass at you.
Well, they're invisible.
Are you
and
supposed
it
to
is
fight
very
them?
hard. Yeah,
He wasn't just like under leveled or something. You are supposed to waste.
I think. Yeah, I watched
the
that.
ammo.
He was memeing on the intro primarily, so that's just like the tutorial, and you fight a hard enemy. But those are very
He's
common
the only
too,
game
so.
reviewer I trust.
I don't know if I can watch his stuff anymore.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know if I like it. Yeah.
Oh, all right, man.
Is it
You
for
know who
babies?
liked Donkey? Huh? Luigi did. He had a Donkey quote
Oh,
in like his
no.
in his high school. A lot of people like Donkey, man. I use my die move. You know that shit. Bill, have you ever
I
watched
don't know about that.
a Donkey League of Legends video from 2012?
Honestly, probably no.
Then you wouldn't get it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. My memory's shot, and I'm fairly normie compared to you guys in a lot of ways.
I try
which is-
every time I talk to you to pull you out of the normie zone, man.
Yeah, I'm sort of in the normie groove, which is not super flattering because it's like almost NPC world.
It's crazy self-labeling as normie. That's wild, bro.
He's aware of it, therefore he's not.
Oh
Right?
shit, dude! I don't know where I
That's
stand
what,
anymore.
that's what I'm saying. He's trying to consider himself normie. Doesn't make any
But
sense.
the shows you are watching, like Bing Bong, that's full fucking normie. That's
Bing Bong.
Big Bang Theory. There's no more normie show than Big Bang Theory.
I know. It's so cute.
So actually, you are normie. Actually,
But
Fuck!
um,
Dude.
that's my seat. He's always talking about his fucking couch spot.
That's right. Yeah.
That's autism.
Yeah, he is.
All right.
All right, I have to pee.
All right. This has been episode 33 of the Drag and Drop podcast. I put my little logo at the
33.
bottom there so you guys can see what channel this is on, and follow my Twitter page because I share this pod and stuff, and I'm trying to reconnect to the internet.
you're an active blue checker.
I paid for it to see what would
He's a
happen.
paid Twitter
It's been an
user. He's
experiment over
getting
the last week. It's been
monetized.
over the last week, dude, and good God, you get some interaction because of it.
Good.
It puts you to the fucking top.
Dang.
Yeah. Even this guy Dan here has been commenting on my tweet.
Yeah, I've been tweeting some,
Dang.
but
But I
Twitter's
obviously
crazy.
did it so people would go to my profile and come to the podcast. So
yeah.
that's the idea. Post some more shorts. So please
Hell yeah.
like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, tell us why you hate us. Tell us why you like us. Tell us
what you did today.
Tell us whether or not you think Bill is actually a normie or not.
What you ate for dinner.
Why are you always asking people what they ate for dinner, dude?
It's so relatable. It's such a relatable topic.
Yeah, but
Everyone's
if
got to
you ate slop that day, you don't want to have to tell somebody you ate slop that.
I be eating the slop. If you want to hear about my slop making, it's on the reg.
And that's
We
the
can
thing.
Get into that.
When you eat slop, you should be able to share how much of a piece of shit you are, because we're all pieces of shit at the end of the day. Even the people that have chefs, they're even bigger pieces of shit than the people that have to make slop for themselves. So we can share in our defeats. We can share in our successes,
Yeah. I'm a no shame slop enjoyer. That's, it's just what it is.
Okay. Love you.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Long time. Bye-bye.